Great day, everyone. This is Dr. AJ, the wifepreneur. I provide resources and tips that change the way you think, look, and feel about your marriage and sex. And so I just been really disturbed lately just with 60% of all marriages end in divorce, and it goes up higher in secondary or third marriages. And so to help women and that are in committed relationships, I mean, someone put a ring on it. And I'm not talking about necessarily married, I'm being engaged or been in a long relationship they talked about going to marriage. There's some things that you need to think about. And so what is important to you? Is it quality versus quantity? Let me know. Because sometimes women just I say men and women, but I say mostly women prefer quantity over quality in the relationship. And what I mean by that, they just need to have a man, no matter if the man doesn't really talk to them or not spending any quality time with them, or their relationship is a homie lover friend or friends with benefits. It doesn't matter as long as they can classify to say that they're in a relationship, they're comfortable with that. And there's something wrong with that. That's not a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is when both people are mutually happy and they enjoy each other. If you're in a relationship and you're not getting any time, or the time that you're getting is not quality, then it's an issue. So what I mean by quality, your spouse or your significant other coming to the house and just sitting there and y'all not having stimulating conversation, or you're looking at TV in one room and he's looking at TV in the other room, or you're both sitting there and you're both texting back and forth or looking through social media through your phones, that is not quality time. And that suffers in a relationship, because what starts to happen? They start looking for other people to fill that void that you're not feeding. And so you want to make sure that it's quality, that y'all can. Sometimes stuff needs to be spontaneous. If you know that your boo is not a person that's spontaneous and they have to plan everything, then you have to be the one to take the initiative and just be spontaneous and say, hey, come on, let's jump in the car. There's somewhere I would like for us to go. Or just when y'all in the car going somewhere and he's really not paying attention, then you go where you want, where you want to take him. And sometimes that's nice. Spontaneity is nice in a relationship. Or if your spouse had a hard day at work and he comes home, let him digress, right? Get his mind right, then come, and then you sit there. Now, you're going to have to compromise. And I'm learning that. I've been married for 5 years. And so, at first I was just like, I don't really like sports. My husband loves baseball, and he'll watch football and he'll watch basketball. And at first I didn't particularly want to watch it. Like, we would be in the house together, but not necessarily spending quality time. He would be in one room and I would be in the other. And I knew it wouldn't work for us to have a really great, healthy relationship. So I compromised. He compromised also. He knows I like to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, or Mary, or the Braxton Family Values. So because of that, we would sit in the room and watch with each other and talk about it. Or I would, like, more recently, he asked me to watch with him the NBA Finals. And I watched the last game with him. And actually, it was great. And I'm not really a sports person. Now, I'll go to a live game. But as far as sitting home and watching at home, I really won't do it. But however, I know that's what my husband likes, or significant other. So that's what you have to do. If that's what your significant other likes, suck it up. Suck it up. Put your big girl drawers on and watch it. you can stomach a game, and I stomach it, but actually it was actually good because they were like in a few points. It kept going up and down. And then the team that I thought this should win, they did win. So it made me happy. We was able to talk about it. We was able to talk about why LeBron James got MVP, why Stephen Curry is also what good, and the other teammates that were supportive in order for them to make it happen. And so it makes our relationship closer when you're able to enjoy the things that your spouses really enjoy. And my husband, on the other hand, he really doesn't care for reality TV. He says that's too much drama. However, sometimes he will sit and watch with me. He just want to be in the room and spend time with me. He will sit there and watch, and then we'll laugh, and then we'll talk about it. Say, these people are crazy on here. Why would people put up with this crazy mess? And so it makes your relationship interesting and enjoying, and you actually learn new things about your mate. You're not gonna know everything. So get out that myth that you're going to know everything is possibly is to know about your significant other. You won't. You're going to learn things over the years. Now, more of the pertinent things you need to know right now in a committed relationship, like make sure they working, make sure they love the Lord, they have some kind of spirituality, make sure they really love you and they're not using you for money or your status. They want kids. They don't want kids. They're career oriented, things of that nature. Their credit score, that's important. Yes. And so those are, he's able to take care of you and himself. Those are things that you need to make sure you have no crazy baby mamas. I can go on and on, but you get the point that I'm saying. Make sure that those things are talked about beforehand, and then but other stuff, you'll find out as the years go on, the months goes on. You're just not gonna know everything about that person you've been married to. Now, for example, I've been married for five years. However, I've been knowing my husband since I was 16 years old. And so I still know some stuff about him from way back then. However, over the years, because we had a 20-year span where we wasn't together. He was in the military. He went off to the military. I went off to college. And he had other relationships. He was married before. I was married before. And so there's other experiences that we've had that kind of changed us. That some things we've modified or some things that's different from when we've, knew each other at age 16 and 19. And so there's some things that have changed, that I'm still learning, and some things about him, some things about me, it's changed since I was 16. So you have to take an effect of stuff like that. It's not going to be perfect. What it is about a committed relationship and marriage is how you can you handle certain things? Because everybody has their baggage. Everybody has their issues. But are you willing to put up with it? That's the main thing. Are you willing to put up with it? And so you have to make sure that it's quality. You are not an option. Let me tell you, you are amazing. You are amazing. You deserve love. You deserve love. And you don't need to put up with anybody's crap. So that means that you make sure it's quality time, that you have his attention and he has your undivided attention. If that's not how it's going, then you need to reassess the relationship. And it might be to the point where you're a few months away from getting married. Now, I've had friends over the years that were a few ways of getting married, a few months and weeks of getting married, and they called it off because they realized they actually wasn't getting quality of time. And I had people that were getting married to people that lived in the same city, not long distance, but in the same city, and still wasn't getting quality time. Said that they worked all the time and everything else, and it was a little bit more than that. They were spending their time with other people. They weren't marrying for love. They were marrying for other reasons. However, that's things you have to pay attention to about quality versus quantity. Anybody can get a man. Anybody can get a woman. However, you want to get the best possible mate ever that can help not what you want, but help give you what you need. Everybody's needs are different. And you want somebody that's going to upgrade your life. That's going to upgrade your life, not downgrade your life. And so I know this has helped you. Hey, subscribe to my blog. So you're going to click the link below for my blog. Follow me on Facebook. I have a Dr. AJ, the Wifepreneur page. And you can follow me on Instagram at Dr. AJ James. You'll follow me on Periscope because I do Periscope, Dr. AJ James, and Twitter, Dr. AJ James. So I pray for good fortune in everything that you do and for your good health, that your everyday affairs prosper as well as your soul. You guys have a wonderful day.